In this week's episode, we're going to look at why your website hasn't generated any inquiries. When we finish our coaching qualification and we decide that what we're going to do is to set ourselves up as a coach in business for themselves, one of the first things that most coaches do is to create a website. Now, if I am able to get to that coach before they create that website, I will tell them not to do it. Just wait. However, most coaches, by the time I'm talking to them, already have their website. And that website, which took an awful lot of time and effort if the coach built it themselves, and an awful lot of expense if somebody built it for them, won't succeed in generating the inquiries that the coach thinks it will. Let me explain why that is. When we've just finished our coaching program, we want to talk about all the different kinds of people that we can coach. Unless you did a very, very specific kind of coaching program, you know that actually you can coach anyone. That the process of coaching doesn't depend on the individual sitting in front of you, that you can create a better outcome than they would otherwise have for anyone. Here's the thing, you can't market to anyone, and a website is a marketing tool. So what coaches do is they spend money on having some headshots taken, some beautiful headshots. I see glorious websites with wonderful images on them that are actually really next to useless as a marketing tool, but boy, right up there as an artistic expression. So we have these headshots taken and we pay somebody for our branding, or maybe we sit down and figure it out ourselves. And then we create our website. And on it, we talk about all the different kinds of things that we can possibly think of that we can help people overcome. So I've seen websites that talk about, I can help you if you're going through a divorce, if you've been recently bereaved, if you're looking for a career change, if you're looking for a promotion, if your teenagers are very challenging and you want some help navigating the teenage years as a parent. I can go on, all the different things that you could possibly imagine that a potential client might bring to the table. Here's the thing, people aren't Googling for a coach. If you go to the Google keyword tool and look to see how many people are actually searching for a coach, it is a devastatingly small number. So people aren't going to land on your website by accident. And if they did happen to land on your website by accident, they're not going to go, goodness me, look at the breadth that this coach can cover. They must be an awesome coach. I absolutely must work with her or him. That's not how this works. So problem number one, coaches try to talk about every single potential problem that coaching can help with. Problem number two, coaches make their website all about them. And the bad news is, the devastating news in fact, is that there is only one star of your marketing show, and it isn't you. It's your potential client, your one particular potential client. So what coaches do when they're talking about them is they share their story. They talk about the struggles that they had and how they found coaching and why coaching transformed their lives, and they do a bit of humble bragging and they reveal their vulnerability, and they believe that sharing this story helps build rapport with their potential clients who, by the way, as previously mentioned, haven't landed on their website at all because they weren't searching for a coach, but they feel that by telling this story that they are building rapport with an audience. They then go on to talk about their qualifications, about how wonderful their particular qualification is, about how many other kinds of qualifications that they've got, and generally they make the focus of their website all about them. They try and make it friendly and chatty, but they make it all about them. And here's the thing, nobody cares about you. They don't. What a potential client cares about is what's in it for them. That's it. Now, that's not because potential coaching clients are rat bags. It's not at all. It's because as consumers, we are all only interested in what's in it for us initially. If we do some research to find, if we are looking for a coach and we did some research, we might come down with down to a list of 2 or 3 potential coaches. At that point, we might be interested in knowing the difference between them. But prior to that, we're not interested at all. And so this idea that building a website that's all about me and all about my story and my qualifications and all the massive number of people that I can help, and then all about the different coaching packages I offer, the problem with those websites is they don't generate any interest. And what they particularly don't generate is an inbound inquiry. It is very rare, vanishingly rare, to get an inbound inquiry from that kind of website. The third issue that exists with coaches' websites is, as previously mentioned, nobody's searching for a coach. So the idea that somebody's going to land on your website and think, goodness me, this is the person for me, and then submit an inquiry and that is going to lead to a paying client is so unlikely that I wouldn't like to put a number on it. The only traffic that will land on your website is traffic that you drive to your website. Now, what do I mean by that? Your website URL, so thecoachingrevolution.com, for example, that URL, if I share that URL around the internet and people click on it, then that is somebody that I have driven to my website. The chances of somebody landing on Sarah Short Coaching or, Fred Blogs Coaching is so small that it's not worth your time and effort to develop that website in the first place. If you are considering creating a website for your business, can I please implore you to wait until you know who your ideal client is? Because once you know who your ideal client is, you can make your website about them, about what's in it for them and what benefit there is for them in working with you. Remember to subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell so that you don't miss a single episode. I really look forward to helping you thrive in your coaching business.